What's going on, guys? Just want to do a follow-up video here talking about the NoLag VPN and how I've been using it. It's continued to work for me over the past couple weeks, and I've noticed that there's been a few questions. So I want to do a video just to be able to answer those first and foremost. It's sometimes easier to answer all the questions in a video, plus hopefully it'll answer for everyone, and then also take an updated look through Warzone stats.g about how my lobbies have been looking and how the gameplay's been going with using the no lag VPN. Again, we've been using the India, and everything just to start off with has been working very well. Now, the first question I want to answer is, can you get banned for using the as far as I know, I've never seen anyone get banned from VPN or actually have like proof that says, "Hey, I was banned because of this VPN." A lot of people try to use the VPN excuse because they want to cover up that they were actually cheating in some other way. But in nothing that I've read so far does it seem like it goes against any terms of service for Activision or for anything to do with Call of Duty. VPNs are usually promoted through a to have a more consistent connection and actually should lower your ping just naturally without using any kind of geo filter or anything like that through your NetDuma. But just the VPN in general is meant to have a more stable, streamlined connection with less traffic. So I don't really see in any way that a VPN is going to get banned or is breaking any kind of rules that is in Call of Duty's terms of service or something that is a bannable offense. But if you do have other information, please let me know because I've been looking for like some kind of proof that hey, you can get banned or that you actually can't. They just really don't address the topic in any kind of way, and I think VPNs have been kind of being used for a good part of the last 10 years and maybe even before that. But definitely in gaming, VPNs are used quite consistently, and I would think most players are using a VPN. So hope that answers your question. But if you don't feel comfortable, please don't use a VPN and just play with the regular gameplay. Um, it should be fine that way. But I don't want you. If you get banned, don't come to me because I'm not going to be responsible for your account. All right. So the other question I get asked a lot is whether or not no like VPN works or if it isn't working for you. A couple of things that I would start with is trying to reset your router and trying to reset your internet a little bit. Sometimes you get some traffic that can cause some delays. But no like VPN does take a little bit of time to work in, especially in Caldera versus Verdansk. Verdansk, you would find matches relatively quickly, and depending on where you're at on Caldera, it can take up to maybe 5-10 minutes to find a match. A lot of times it'll do the searching. The searching can go from 40, 80, 90, sometimes 150, 200. That does not mean that's going to be your in-game ping. Sometimes it's just what it's looking for in your lobby. So if I'm looking for India, maybe that's going to be a 250 ping lobby. So it's got to get all the way up to that 250 ping, but it's actually still going to find a game in your local region. If you do have a NetDuma router, you can go to your geofilter to see exactly where it's actually connecting you to. And I'm on the East Coast, and normally almost at least 90% of the time probably it is connecting me to a pretty close East Coast router, even though my in-game connection says India. So it's actually connecting me to a local router, and that's what's kind of reducing the skill-based matchmaking is the fact that it is searching for a match for so long that it then opens itself up to basically any match and connect you locally. So it's basically saying that hey, uh, you would look at if it's 250 ping from here to India. Basically, what it is that it's thinking you're in India, but your actual connection is here. So it's almost like doing a search from India all the way over to here. It's almost a little bit backwards if you understand what I'm saying. But it is working. Try to reset your internet. Try to do a couple things. Make sure you're taking the time to look for a game. And if not, I believe you can connect. There's through No Lag's website ways to connect them, and they've been pretty responsive anytime I've talked to them before. So I hope it gets better for you if you have had a bad experience with it. All right, so the last question I want to kind of talk about is no lag VPN cheating? I just don't consider it cheating in any way. I've never considered myself a cheater. I don't promote cheating and or anything like that. You're literally playing the game. Like it's not like I'm altering or no lag VPN is altering the game in any way. You're just I don't think you should be forced to play super high skilled lobbies if you don't want to, or if you don't aren't receiving any kind of reward. There's no rank system, there's nothing, and nothing is telling you how you're getting put into these high skilled lobbies. It's just not a lot of fun to sit there and play with friends, especially if you're a higher KD than most of your other friends, and you drag them into lobbies that they're just not ready to be in. I mean, they just get slaughtered, and you're not having fun watching that. That doesn't make you feel good. Um, and just because you're playing in a lower KD lobby doesn't mean that I'm playing with full on. I'm not playing against point 0.4 players. You're still playing in a one. You might be able to get it to go from a 1.5 lobby and a 1.2 lobby, or a 1.2 lobby to a 1.0, or a 1.0 to a zero point 0.8. That little jump right there could just be the difference between having a fun night and having just a miserable night. You're still gonna have competitive games, or you're still playing games where you're not winning every single one, but at the same time you're not just completely getting murdered out of the on drop, getting destroyed in the gulag, going 0-2, and just loading up and spending more time in the loading screen than you are playing the actual game. So I don't consider it cheating at all. I see a lot of people that do consider it that way, and I'm sorry that you feel like that, but in no way does it change how I play the game or alter anything in the actual game itself, except for who I'm playing with. That's basically it is. Instead of playing Joe, who has a 3.0 KD, I'm playing Tim, who has a 2.0 KD. Or I'm playing a Josh that has 1.0 KD instead of playing I don't see how you can't be mad that oh, this guy, I'm not sitting here sporting that, hey, I'm the best Call of Duty player because I play VPN. So I appreciate the thought, but in my opinion, if you don't like the VPNs, just move on to the next video, man. I appreciate you watching. No, it is giving me views, so thanks. Now let's just take a look at some of the stats from my games from yesterday, the last couple days. I've continued to play in India. I've been really enjoying that server. So if you don't have success with any, to try other ones, but definitely NoLag has been working, and I feel like the lobbies have been pretty good to me. Been having a good time. So you can see a couple here. We got a 1, a 0.89, 1.18. They've all been mostly between the 1 to 1.2 range, and every now and then you get these outliers. But pretty consistently, here are some lower ones. And then also, for that can depend on who you're playing with. So some of these here, I might have been playing with a little bit lower of a KD guy. So my, Magic is a 0.96 KD. So you end up there. Whereas if I'm kind of playing with Brazen, you end up with he's got a 1.6 KD. So you end up a little bit higher. It kind of is a mix, but it definitely is decreasing the KD from where I play when I don't have no lag on at all. So here's some trios and stuff like that. Again, still in trios, we're still seeing the same between the 1.0 to 1.2. Still got a couple a little higher, a couple a little bit lower. But in the 1. These ones here, this one was a much lower KD, but we still ended up with a 1.26 lobby. So I don't always think that if you're a higher KD, that no lag's not going to work for you. I think it works pretty well for everyone. It really narrows down the skill based matchmaking. I think whether or not you see 1 to 1.2 or zero point 0.8 to 1.1 depends on the time you're playing and where you're playing at. If you're in a very crowded area and it gives a lot of higher skilled players, I guess Texas is one of the areas. LA is one of the areas. On the East Coast, as far as the Maryland, New York side of things, you tend to run into higher players. You're probably going to be in this kind of range. Whereas if you are maybe in the Midwest or something like that, you may be able to get into the lower range. If you're playing in the mornings, you may get to the 0.7 ranges. You may be even in the 0.6 ranges. But if you're playing at the nighttime when everybody gets home, gets off work, the guys who take it maybe a little bit more serious, you might be running into then the 1.2 ranges and things like that. But honestly, when you don't have the lag on, I think some of you guys are seeing the 1.4, the 1.6 lobbies, the 1.8 lobbies. And I'm going to put up a stat here. It's kind of comes from OP Marked, and he's a fantastic Warzone player, much better than myself. But you're going to see that his lobbies almost line up with my kind of range lobbies. So I'm not accusing him of using a VPN or cheating or in any kind of way or anything like that. I'm just saying he's a very, very good player, and he still gets those kind of lobbies, which are kind of in my range of lobbies. So I feel like we're playing on the same ground. He wins almost every single game. I win like 1 out of 10. So if that, it might be less than that, but it's like you know, just because you're a very, very good player does not mean you can not get the lower lobbies or there's no hope for you. You're just going to play this super sweat fest. I think that you can obtain good lobbies. Just got to keep with it and not get discouraged when one way doesn't work. Don't always think that you're going into the lobby and when you get wrecked or you get totally oh, this was just the hardest lobby. You could have just faced the hardest guy in that lobby right off the bat. So try not to get discouraged. Try to make sure you give it a chance to work, and I think you'll be pretty happy with the results. So that is the end of the video for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe. Everything has been great so far, and then I appreciate the return back to YouTube. Stay tuned for more videos. Hopefully, I'm gonna start uploading them pretty more consistently here so far. So, thanks a lot.